So this is going to be kind of a shallow comparison visually for Stalker's Enhanced Edition and the original release, or at least as original as it can be with the patches that were applied to it through Steam and all that. And I'm just going to do quick. I'm going to point out a few things, and that's going to be it. So if you look at the sky, clouds look like they're, you know, out there. Like there's some depth to them. I mean, they're also obviously moving. Like, they move a little bit more consistently in this game versus the other game, but you'll see that in a second. Grass rendering, obviously, that's a bit different here because it actually is rendering at a distance and you know, it's got range to it. And also, it looks like, unless I'm mistaken, it also looks like the clouds, when they block out the sunlight, it actually affects the area around it and looks a bit more overcast. You can see the bridge over there, like the fog and all that in the distance. And let's zoom into this tree here. You can see that there's smoother textures, despite you can still see like that, you know, that little bit of graphical stuff that happens from older textures, but that's what all that shit looks like. And let me see what else I can actually point out. I'm trying to think if there's anything else around here, but I mean, obviously the depth of field and all that shit too. That's enabled by default. Alright. So yeah, this is Enhanced Edition. Now switching back to the original game. Alright, so as we can see, the foliage rendering distance is substantially reduced. And then if we look over here to where that tree was on my other thing, you can still see that. So you can actually see that at the distance, but you don't see any grass leading up to it. You just see the flat texture of the ground for that. And once again, like I mentioned, the sky, it just looks like it's a giant cloud that's painted there. Not a whole lot of movement. There's some movement that happens, but it's like layered textures, if you will. So just something else that's just moving little bits here and there, but for the most part, just seems to look like just one like giant stationary thing. So lack of dynamics on that. And I'm trying to think of what else, because like I showed, oh yeah, texture on the trees. They look similar. Possibly a little bit smoother on the Enhanced Edition, but that aside, there's also like having the maxed out settings means that you get one extra thing here. Because at a time when this game came out, let's see if it shows up in here, if the settings in there. I do not see it, but there was, I believe this game actually had some like minor bloom kind of thing going to it. But yeah, so that's kind of it. Like, there's other comparisons that could be made, like sound-wise or some other shit like that. But that's it. This is the shallow, direct comparison of it. I'm sure other people have done it with screenshots and shit like that, but I've just figured I'd show a direct, immediate comparison where I just switch between both games. But yeah, that's it. Later.